The EV SUV market just hit a turning point. In 2026, you're not choosing between good enough and compromise. You're choosing between genuinely great options, and most buyers are still looking at the wrong ones. Here are the 7 that actually deserve your attention. Something shifted in the EV market, and it happened faster than most people expected. A few years ago, electric vehicles meant sedans and hatchbacks, small, efficient, practical for city driving. But that's not how most families actually live. They need space, range, and something that can carry 3 kids, 2 bikes, and still get them home without a charging detour. That's exactly why EV SUVs have become the fastest growing segment in the entire electric market. More cargo room, more ground clearance, more versatility for the way people use their cars. And the range anxiety that held buyers back? In 2026, that conversation is largely over. The best EV SUVs now hit 280 to 320 plus miles on a single charge, with charging infrastructure that's finally catching up. The options have also matured. There are vehicles across every price point and priority: family haulers, performance machines, luxury SUVs, and practical daily drivers. The hard part now isn't finding a good EV SUV. It's figuring out which one is right for you. That's what this video is for. Here are the 7 best EV SUVs for 2026 ranked. Number 7. Volkswagen ID.4. If you've been thinking about going electric, but you're not ready for a premium price tag, the Volkswagen ID.4 is where the conversation starts. The ID.4 was built with one purpose: to get as many people into EVs as possible without making them feel like they're giving something up. Volkswagen called it a car for the millions, not the millionaires. And in 2026, that philosophy still holds. The 2026 model carries the updated APP 550 motor, 282 horsepower on rear-wheel drive variants, and with AWD pushing 335 horsepower. The 82 kilowatt-hour battery delivers an EPA-rated range of up to 291 miles. With DC fast charging, add up to 175 kilowatts, taking it from 10 to 80% in around 28 minutes. Inside, you get a 12-inch infotainment display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and 543 liters of cargo space, expandable to 1,575 liters with the rear seats folded. It's not flashy and it won't win drag races, but if you want comfortable, well-built, widely available EV SUV that covers daily needs without drama, the ID.4 remains one of the most sensible buys in the segment. Number 6. Ford Mustang Mach-E. Most EV SUVs are designed to be sensible. The Mustang Mach-E was designed to be enjoyed. The Mach-E handles with a sharpness and responsiveness that most competitors don't match. It feels athletic in a way that reminds you EVs don't have to feel like appliances. For 2026, the lineup includes 4 trims: Select, Premium, GT, and the Rally variant. The Premium hits up to 320 miles of EPA estimated range. The GT delivers a 0 to 60 time of 3.3 seconds and 700 pounds per foot of torque in the performance upgrade spec, starting at just $37,795 for the base Select. The Mach-E also remains eligible for the federal EV tax credit. The 15.5-inch portrait touchscreen is one of the better infotainment setups in the segment. Ford's Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving assistant adds real usability on long trips. And the available trunk gives you extra storage in place most buyers aren't used to finding it. If driving enjoyment matters to you, not just range and specs, the Mach-E delivers it most consistently at this price point. Number 5. Hyundai Ioniq 5. The Ioniq 5 doesn't just look like anything else on the road. That's intentional. Hyundai drew design directly from the original 1975 Pony, and the result is an SUV that reads simultaneously retro and futuristic. But the exterior is just the opening act. What makes the Ioniq 5 genuinely stand out in 2026 is its 800-volt charging architecture. Most EVs operate on 400-volt systems. The Ioniq 5's 800-volt platform means it can accept power at much higher rates, up to 230 kilowatts on a compatible charger, going from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. That's not a rounding error compared to the competition. On a road trip, that difference is measured in hours. The 2024 facelift brought an expanded 84 kilowatt-hour battery, improved aerodynamics, and an updated infotainment system. The interior uses a flat floor layout, enabled by Hyundai's eGMP platform, with a sliding center console that frees up space in ways most competitors can't replicate. Cargo sits at 531 liters behind the rear seats, with 1,600 liters available when folded. There's also a frunk on most variants, and a vehicle-to-load V2L function that lets you draw up to 3.6 kilowatts to power external devices, including other EVs. The XRT trim adds off-road capability with increased ground clearance and all-terrain tires. The Ioniq 5N pushes performance to 601 horsepower and a 3.4-second 0 to 60 time for buyers who want something genuinely quick. For most buyers, the standard long-range RWD or AWD variants offer the best balance of range, charging speed, and practicality you'll find in this segment. Before we continue, hit the subscribe button to stay connected and updated. Number 4. Tesla Model Y. Tesla doesn't need an introduction, and the Model Y doesn't need defending. It's one of the best-selling vehicles in the world, not just best-selling EVs, for 2 years running. There are reasons for that. The 2026 Model Y delivers up to 320 miles of EPA estimated range. It seats 5 with 74 cubic feet of cargo space. The 15.4-inch touchscreen runs Tesla's software ecosystem, widely regarded as the most polished and intuitive in the EV industry. Full self-driving, supervised, is available as an upgrade, and over-the-air updates continue to improve the vehicle after purchase. But the real advantage for Tesla owners in 2026 isn't the car itself, it's the supercharger network. Over 80,000 superchargers globally with 99% uptime, strategically placed along the routes people actually drive. In 15 minutes, you can add up to 160 miles. On a long road trip, that infrastructure advantage is worth more than any single spec comparison. The Model Y also charges quickly. A full charge from 10 to 80% takes under 30 minutes at a supercharger, and the trip planner handles the route automatically, adding charging stops to your navigation the moment you enter a destination beyond your current range. Number 3. Kia EV9. Most three-row SUVs may compromise. The EV9 largely refuses to. Kia built the EV9 specifically for families who need genuine 7-seat capacity without sacrificing the benefits of going electric. The result won the 2024 Car of the Year award and has drawn consistent praise for doing something that seemed difficult, making a three-row EV that doesn't feel like a compromise on either dimension. The 2026 EV9 offers up to 305 miles of EPA estimated range, with a 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery on higher trims and an available dual-motor AWD system producing 379 horsepower and 516 pounds per foot of torque. The 122-inch wheelbase, comparable to luxury vehicles in the segment, gives all 3 rows real space. The second-row lounge seats with power leg rests are genuinely comfortable for adult passengers, not just for the marketing photography. A 5,000-pound tow rating means the EV9 can actually pull a trailer, a boat, or a camper, not just claim it can. Vehicle-to-home compatibility lets the EV9 feed power back into the house during an outage. The 30-inch panoramic digital display is one of the most impressive infotainment setups at this price point. Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile battery and EV system warranty backs the whole thing with more coverage than most competitors offer. If you're a family of 5 to 7 people who've been waiting for an EV that actually fits your life, not just your driveway, the EV9 is the answer. Number 2. BMW iX. Every other car on this list asks you to make at least one trade-off. The iX asks you to make at least none, if you can absorb the price. BMW launched the iX as its flagship electric vehicle, and the 2026 model year brought a significant facelift with improved range, power, and efficiency. The xDrive 45 now produces 402 horsepower, hits 60 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds, and delivers 312 miles of EPA estimated range from a 100.1 kilowatt-hour battery. The xDrive 60 steps up to 536 horsepower and a WLTP estimated 435 miles of range. The M70 reaches 650 horsepower and a 3.6-second 0 to 60 time. Performance SUV territory in a luxury package. The iX is built on a bespoke EV architecture combining aluminum, high-strength steel, and carbon fiber reinforced plastic. BMW's 5th generation eDrive system claims 93% efficiency, DC fast charging hits up to 195 kilowatts on the xDrive 60, with 10 to 80% taking under 40 minutes. The iDrive 8 system combines a 12.3-inch instrument cluster and a 4.9-inch curved touchscreen into a single unit, the most visually impressive cabin tech on this list. Standard equipment includes 18-speaker Harman Kardon system, heated and ventilated seats, parking assist, and driving assist professional. The optional Bowers & Wilkins audio upgrade is exceptional. The interior materials, fit, and finish are what you expect from BMW's flagship product. If the category is luxury EV SUV that justifies its price through execution, the iX is the benchmark. Number 1. Rivian R1S. The Rivian R1S sits at the top of this list because no other EV SUV does what it does at the level it does it. Start with the basics. The R1S delivers over 350 miles of EPA estimated range on the Max Pack. It produces over 800 horsepower in quad motor configuration. It reaches 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. It has a tow rating of 7,700 pounds. It offers 11.6 inches of ground clearance and genuine off-road capability. Not the kind of off-road marketing language most EVs use, but actual compatibility across rock, mud, and uneven terrain that puts most purpose-built trucks to shame. But the R1S isn't just a performance story. The interior is thoughtful and well executed, with configurable storage, a spacious 3-row layout, and Rivian's own software platform that continues to improve with regular over-the-air updates. The front trunk adds cargo versatility. The gear tunnel running under the load floor is a practical feature that no other EV SUV has thought to include. Rivian's proprietary charging network, the Adventure Network, has been expanding, and R1S owners have access to Tesla superchargers through an adapter. Range is rarely a concern on the Max Pack configuration. The R1S isn't for everyone. It's large, it's expensive, and it doesn't fit a compact parking garage especially well. But if you're asking which EV SUV makes the most complete argument for what the segment can be, range, performance, off-road capability, interior quality, and genuine differentiation from every other option, the R1S is the answer. Which EV SUV should you choose? 7 strong options, and the right one depends entirely on what you're optimizing for. Budget comes first? Start with the Volkswagen ID.4. Solid range, widely available, no unnecessary premium. Want seamless tech and charging infrastructure? The Tesla Model Y is still the most complete package. Need real 3-row space for a family of 5 or more? The Kia EV9 solves that without compromise. Want the full luxury experience? The BMW iX is the benchmark. And if you want the most capable and most powerful EV SUV on the market right now, the Rivian R1S takes the top spot and makes it look earned. Every vehicle on this list represents EV technology at a level that would have seemed ambitious just 5 years ago. The range anxiety is solved, the options are excellent. The only question left is which one fits your life. Drop a comment below. Which one are you seriously considering? Subscribe for more EV content that skips the noise and gives you what actually matters.